Welcome to the Witkin State Law Library video tutorial for frequently asked questions. Our library has an exhaustive collection of historical and current California legislative, regulatory, and judicial materials available on site to the public in paper, microfiche, and microfilm from 1849 to the present. But if you are unable to visit the library in person, this video is part of a series of tutorials to help you navigate through free online resources containing legal material. This tutorial is an introduction to the California Code of Regulations Title 24 and performing relevant searches on the DGS website. The California Building Standards Codes are regulations for the design, construction, and alteration of occupancies, non-occupied structures, and even some equipment within the state. They are placed together under Title 24 in the California Code of Regulations. The Department of General Services hosts the California Building Standards Commission website with the California Building Standards Code. From here, you can navigate to any part of the code. There are 13 parts in total. Editions are published triennially, and in between publications, errata and supplements are updated, published, and disseminated. Let us take a closer look at the California Building Standards Code Part 2. The online version provides both volumes 1 and 2 of the California Building Code, which you can confirm here at the header. The drop-down menu at the top enables you to jump to other parts of the code. And the left navigation pane is the table of contents with introductory and user information, appendices, index, history note, and most importantly, the links that are organized by chapter. The sections are formatted to match the chapter so that the first part of the section number and the chapter number are the same. In this example, our section is 2101 and our chapter is 21. Let us confirm with another example. I will return to the table of contents, pick a new chapter using the angle bracket to open the subsections if I need to, and when I click the link, I can see that the first two digits of a section, 2702, are the same as the chapter 27. For chapters 1 through 9, the sections are 3 digits instead of 4. Section 201 is under chapter 2. Also on this page are the supplements and errata. Those will be accessible here under the versions dropdown if there are any. Above that, you see the effective date of this part of this edition, and above that, you will see the model code on which this part is based. Notice from here, I'm using the back browser button to return to a previous page as opposed to pressing a link. And that is because using the breadcrumb here will reroute me to the publisher's page. And if I use the model code link, I am again rerouted to the model code's publisher's page. So using the back browser might be the most streamlined way to return to all parts of Title 24. And don't forget that you can mark this page as a favorite and access it on demand. Letter designations before a section number are explained in detail under its heading in the table of contents. There is also a legend. Press the icon with the lowercase I and the legend page opens. It explains what the typeface changes mean. Be aware, some of the features are only available to subscription holders. The state of California did not always have a universal standard relating to construction or housing. Only in 1952 was a statute enacted which created the State Building Standards Commission. And then in 1964, a statute adds the State Building Standards Law, which required the Commission to publish a single State Building Standards Code. In 1979, a statute empowers this commission to codify and publish a single State Building Standards Code, what we call Title 24. In 1981, Title 24 adopts by reference the Uniform Building Code, which becomes Part 2 of Title 24, thus requiring multiple publications to be consulted for a short time. In 2007, Title 24 Part 2 adopts the International Building Code, and in subsequent years, additional model codes were adopted. But only some of California Title 24 codes intersect with the model international codes. Some exceptions are Parts 1, 6, 8, 11, and 12, and they were written by the California Building Standards Commission and other groups, but published by the International Code Council. The International Code Council also wrote and published multiple codes off of which California codes are based, including Part 2, the California Building Code, Volumes 1 and 2, which are based on the International Building Code. The same applies to Part 2.5, Residential Code, Part 9, Fire Code, Part 10, the Existing Building Code, and Part 7, the Wildland Urban Interface Code. On the other hand, Part 3, the California Electrical Code, is based on the National Electrical Code, which is authored and published by the National Fire Protection Association. And Parts 4 and 5 are based on the Uniform Mechanical and Plumbing Codes, respectively, and authored and published by the International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officials. Other instructional videos are collected on our Guides and Publications page for your convenience. And if you need any assistance always, feel free to utilize the Ask a Librarian feature on our website.